As we head towards the end of October in 2022, moving towards Samhain or Samhain, Halloween, and moving towards the next full moon, it is an important time to revisit the Ancestors Generations card and reading that we received in early October. At that time, it was indicating it was a very important card for the time of year, knowing, of course, they are all important. But it was part of a general reading that I had done on my BlueWater Oracle Facebook page on one Friday evening. It was in the context of me discussing the National Truth and Reconciliation Day, which was September 30th here in Canada. That's a time to put extra focus on our history here in this country, with how Indigenous people are treated, were treated, and continue to be, especially the children who were forcibly removed from their homes and culture, many of whom never returned. Part of that conversation received the gratitude card, reminding us to be grateful for all we have in our lives and for being able and for being invited to have these deep and very necessary conversations. On that reading, from that point of gratitude, I was brought into being grateful for our homes. It was a time when many people were going through terrible loss and challenged with extreme weather situations around the world. Then the Ancestors Generation card came out. To me, it was trying to tie in the Indigenous journey discussion with current truth, with reconciling the need for the generations and ancestors in the conversations and remembrances, and tying in how Mother Earth speaks to us sometimes in very intense ways. Then on a Monday, early in October, this card came out again. And that's why the reading was so extra special. It came out during my weekly guidance reading for my membership group, the Oracle Cove. Everything that was previously looked at with the Ancestors Generations card was still important. It's always important. But at that point, we connected it with the month of October, when in our northern hemisphere, we experienced the fall season as well as the honoring and celebrations around Halloween, All Souls, or Samhain, whatever you prefer to call the end of October and early November phase. It's a time when it's considered that the veil thins, connecting with all things spirit. When that's invited and becomes more and more present, more and more possible, and the communing is generally thought to be easier. Into the reading, we looked at recognizing the journeys, the history, and the stories of our family lines and our generations as they came in strongly. We were invited with this card during that week and ever since, as we're in the autumnal season of releasing, to notice and recognize the family cycles and patterns that we have already let go of and those we are currently being invited to release. We can see them for how they might have been necessary at one point in history, but perhaps are no longer needed or desirable. We can recognize how they can now or need to now change and reflect what is desirable and what is current truth. We can see beyond the drama and the tales to what stories are needed for learning and to learn from them and with them, passing them on to the next generations so they know and remember too. We can feel the wisdom of those who have passed on before us. Perhaps they had the wisdom as they were living, or maybe they have connected to it after they have journeyed into spirit. Now they offer it to us in the ways we connect and receive. Always our choice to receive and register it all or not. The reading invited us to bring gratitude to the wisdom that is shown to us, to the wisdom that helped others before us, and to the wisdom that will help others as they grow and live now. We can extend that gratitude passed through the ages to all those ancestors for what they have lived through and learned during life and afterwards. We are grateful to be shown their perspectives and to open our own perspectives as we walk through this current life. With this card, allow yourself to remember the stories, to look at the pictures, to feel the journey with all its emotions, its lessons, and its wisdom. Remember the love when it is present and bring in the love when it has been lacking. Allow the release when something that no longer serves or helps comes up, replacing it with gratitude and wisdom, however they show themselves to you. Replace it with love. Recognize that your ancestors and the generations before you walk in you. They are in your cells and in your knowing. You may not have the same path they did, but their path is part of yours. Recognize the ancestors and the generations of where you live too, whether they are in your cells or in the energy of where you place your feet, or both. Together they all bring the balance of the person and the earth where they live. Allow the wisdom of both to come together in you and around you. You do not walk alone. You never have and you never will. There is life all around you, and there are ancestors within you and walking next to you. This is a time to open to the wisdom and the knowing that comes through all of this. This is a time to allow the deep and profound love that comes too. May you feel the hands of the ancestors as you go through your daily living and through your deep introspections and personal journeys. May you receive their wisdom as it suits you best, and may you feel their love infused into every breath you take and into all your cells, healing and nurturing as it flows. Blessed be, steeped in connection, revitalizing wholeness this month and beyond. With love. This has been an Oracle Intuitive Wisdom reading by Sheila Bicknell, BlueWater Oracle, featuring the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen Farmer, published by Hay House. Written early October 2022 for the Oracle Cove membership group and shared out on BlueWater Oracle social media and website and newsletter. Wishing you well.